Okay, we're back. I didn't want to make that one too long, just in case Benjamin has to put this one on a different day. My brother Val sent us some pictures of some donuts that he's making. He's selling it, I believe, all this week, or he sold it on Saturday. I know that for sure. And then I believe it's for Valentine's Day that he's making them. Oh my God, they look so delicious. No, the heart ones, the individual heart ones.
Oh yeah?
With the cream inside. They're not donuts. There's a special name for those. There's like flakies. I forgot to ask him the name of it, but I'm sure he'll tell me the name. It's like these flaky, like it's almost like a pastry, but it's a donut, and I don't know how to explain it, but they are delicious. So if you guys live in Newport, stop by. It's called Ma's Donuts. We're not sponsored by him.
Yeah.
But
sponsor us this week. Free coffee for the month.
Yes.
Yeah. That's always good.
Exactly.
They're gonna say no coffee for you, Benji.
You're too hyper. But they do really, really good job. And I know you can order it. I don't know if they deliver though. I don't know. We'll have
yes,
to
he
find
does.
this out.
Aqui lá português minha. O português, you deliver, se tu vais pagar por isso tudo, I deliver.
Oh yeah, he wrote.
Trust me, o português trabalha assim.
You pay him, he'll deliver.
Of course. Okay, we got a new member. No,
You took family member, yeah?
we don't know the name yet.
Yeah.
It's no James Bond name either. We don't know the James Bond name either. Anyway, he wants to know. We know it's a guy because he says
him and his wife.
Me
exactly.
and his wife. So okay, so we know that for a fact. He wants to know how did we ended up on holiday? Because he's thinking about planning to buy a house down here. Well, we were explaining to him, this is how it goes. We had plans to buy a property in St. Petersburg, on the bay area where the boats are. But when we looked at houses back in the day, this is like, what, 17 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
Benjamin ainda estava no outro.
No.
He was still...
Oh, maybe Benjamin, because the first time we came down here, Benjamin wasn't even born. So 19
this
years
goes
ago.
before.
Yeah.
Alright. So that's how back it was. Over 17 years ago, we started looking for property in Florida. But properties in at the bay was expensive. St. Petersburg. I mean, today we could have 3 times quadrupled the price of the property. Well, anyway, today is a very expensive area to live. So then we went north because it was cheap. I know.
Exactly.
Because I'm trying to think.
Yeah. It was just what we could afford. You know, nothing about holiday was special.
And I remember telling the lady, we need something around 100,000, like a fixer-up. She says, impossible. Even the piece of property, just the lands, back in the day was going for about 70,000, 80,000. So there was no way. She says, you have to move, you got to start thinking 2 hours north. And that's what happened. That's how we ended up in Holiday. Very nice area. Very close to the beaches.
Yeah, very close to Clearwaters, which is a very popular place. Everybody knows Clearwaters. And it was close to the airport.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's the things that you need to watch out for. If you're going to buy a property down here, especially if you're going to fly.
Yeah.
If you're going to fly, make sure you are minutes away from the airport. Not too close. I say about 20 to a half hour drive away from the airport. Because some people, you know, some people can't handle the noise from the airplanes. Not me. I can live next door from the airport. I keep telling Sandra, there it is. There's another one. I hear another. There it is.
Man, he spots them a mile away.
It's just the jet engines. I love that. Well, anyway, so that's a little heads up for you. And now it all depends on you. Do you like beaches?
Yeah.
If you want the beach areas, then you got to make sure you stay next to the beaches. Now, if you're that type of people that likes to be around the community, the Portuguese or whatever race you are, then you got to make sure, like right now, if you're Portuguese and you really like to be around the Portuguese people, Palm Coast. Believe it or not, Palm Coast already has like 3 bakeries.
Yeah, they have Portuguese food, restaurants
and
and
Palm
everything.
Coast is minutes away from beaches too.
Yes.
So now if you like the dancing and party and the beach and all that, here comes Miami.
Miami.
Here comes Miami. Here comes Miami has a little bit of everything. Sergio doesn't want to hear about Miami.
Not that I don't want to hear about Miami.
We're not going to talk about Miami.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
We've been.
Now, if you want a party, you want a beach, you want the churches, whatever, big cities, they got it all.
Florida has a little bit of everything for everybody, no matter what you are. Maybe it's jobs that might be a concern also. So you have to see and do some research, because we thought one thing when we came here, jobs here in our field pay less than it did back home. We also thought that pressure washing was going to be a big hit because the houses were small here. But we find out that pressure washing here, you have to have a truck that you bring your own water, right? Like not a lot of people let you use their water. So just like do some research about your thing. Thank God, like our plan wasn't to work full time. Our plan was just in case of things. So just be prepared for that. You know, like that's the only thing. Anything else?
And the only difference that I find between Miami side and the Daytona versus our side, we're in the West Coast. Not that many, believe it or not that many hurricanes swing by that way.
Yeah.
We know what makes the hurricane goes is the heat, of course, but once the hurricane hits land, it loses its strength. So all the hurricanes, they come in at the Miami side, Daytona, all those sides. So by the time it gets to our West Coast side,
yeah, we only got hit with. We've had the house.
Of course, there's always one or two that comes from Mexico side, and it will work out the way up. I mean, New Orleans. I don't know. It's because they say it's because the Gulf. It creates like the way Florida has a tail. It creates like some type of a shade that the heating system, the heats. I don't know. I don't know much about the hurricanes anyway. But
I know that we've had the house since 2003 or something like that.
Only two.
Only two, yeah. But we never.
But I mean, nothing happened to
it. Praise God. God's been very merciful to that area.
And also Tampa, where we live, there's Tampa Bay. Also, there's downtown Tampa. There's Clearwaters. There's beautiful stuff on that side.
Even like the thing right next door to us, they have like places like this, the house that we're at, like the Kissimmee house, they have those houses like that.
Yes,
too.
another thing too.
You know?
Now, if you're into the rides, like Walt Disney stuff like that, and what's the other one that we
Disney
went
World?
to?
Well,
all the parks.
Busch Gardens.
So you got to make sure you're around that area if you like that stuff. You know what I mean? Like the guys that were doing the house, and he's like 15 minutes away from the park. So Kissimmee, it's a beautiful place. A lot of Spanish people. If you speak Spanish, man, this is the spot. Overall, man, like I say to everybody, Florida is gorgeous, man. It doesn't matter where you go. It looks like the same exact thing. It's got the same Walmart, Home Depot, strip. You know what I mean? With all the stores. You get away from the strips, it all looks the same.
Yeah, yeah.
It does. Florida, it all looks the same. Like I said, unless you're into the Daytona Beach, Miami Beach, Key West, especially Clearwaters, little areas like that, just do a little search, man. You know, make sure you do a little search before you pick your house.
And there's houses in all price ranges. You can get, you know, least expensive houses to mansions in every area.
Hope that works for you, buddy.
Yep.
All right, man.
Best of luck. That's so awesome that you guys are preparing for this. Blessings. You're too fast. I didn't get to show nothing of what you're doing.
The footage.
Yeah.
That's too much dirt.
I thought it was too much dirt. Well, it's like sand.
Well, the dirt here and the floor. We already went through this. No.
Yeah. It's like sand.
Oh, that's it. No.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
I don't know, but they make holes.
Raccoons.
Is it raccoons?
I think that's what it is.
There's something. I don't like them. They made some in our backyard too. I did think it was a lot of taga. It seemed like there was so much.
Nós carregamos veio, não? Não, com a lapa que a gente viemos tirar. Está ali, escondida, não?
Yeah.
Uma lapa. Ela estava com medo da lapa.
Benjamin says if the wheelbarrow doesn't fit in the car, we're taking the car back.
Exactly, it fits.
Too much. What you doing?
Busca-me lá água.
Freshness.
That's one thing you don't want to drink in Florida.
No, you don't want to drink the water from the faucet. So we come here and we get 5 gallons for $1. And then Benjamin, you know how he mixes his juice? So he mixes the thing and then I recycle, yeah. And I recycle my bottled waters too. I fill that into my bottled waters.
I'm not supposed to. This is my waters.
Yeah, but that's a lot of wasted bottles of water.
Absolutely.
You know, like and over here, yeah, they don't recycle.
Preserve this beautiful place. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I do. And it's the same thing as buying bottles of water. It is what it is.
And we make it to a project, that's what it is.
Exactly.
As pessoas não têm tempo para isso, querida. Eu gosto de pagar 60 cents cada garrafa. Não há problema nenhum.
Exactly.
Não há tempo para isto. Depois vai ver. Não tem tempo para isso. Não tem tempo para isso.
We do. So we make it a project.
Vocês são casalinho especial. Eu não tenho tempo para isso.
We have time.
Não há.
Exactly. My side. We have the stuff in here. All right.
Say, querida. Let's say this, honey.
Okay, what is
Because
it?
this week we got a couple of new people.
Uh-huh.
So when you go to the about, all the information about us, it's everything about us is there. No, even the what?
Social Security.
Even the Social Security, you identity everything is over there.
It's not.
Yeah, you go to the about. Our email is there. It's Benji and I. You guys got all our contacts, where we live, our email address,
phone
numbers, email. Mas uma casa vanda.
Yeah.
Right here. The Forta Casa Javana.
Oh, the one that they bought. Carlos says they bought Feliz
they bought it
now.
again. Oh, Feliz?
Yeah,
the new owners. Tá bom. Alright, we came down here to drop off already some stage into our house. Stuff that we don't need already at that job. And a gente vai aproveitar. We're gonna go dig some holes.
Yes.
Because somebody needs a little help from us over here. Landscapers, we've been telling them to hold on 1 week. They say okay, and then we'll head up. Yep. That's our duty for today.
We're heading up today or tomorrow morning.
A gente vai ver, whatever we feel like it.
Yeah.
If we head up, tem que ser bocadinho mais cedo, at least like around 7.
Yeah.
Be okay.
Be good. We'll be good.
We're good to finish that up over there, because you don't want them to come after us.
Exactly.
Snowy Dwarf vai dizer, o que é que esses gajos estão fazendo? Eles estão na sua casa. Isso não está certo. Eu quero a minha casa pronta, vai ficar tudo pronto.
Exatamente.
Alright,
We'll be right back.